whenever the next season starts, because we don't know, we're in a pandemic right now. We don't know what's going to happen in the world. We don't even know if the NBA is going to finish out this regular season. But whenever the next season starts, I feel that Luka Doncic is going to be the front runner to win the MVP and possibly be the second youngest player in the history of the NBA to win the MVP award. Now, this brother has game. His brother is a skilled bully, like I like to say, because he has the ability to get to the rim, draw fouls, create contact, finish through contact as well. And also, he has the ability to shoot threes and pass the ball as well, and can score at all levels on the floor. He's a bucket. He is the truth. He's very talented. But we know when it comes to MVP awards, the narrative that is pushed for certain players is different compared to some of the narratives that they push for other players. Luka Doncic is one of the media darlings in the NBA. Giannis is a media darling in the NBA. Stephen Curry was a media darling in the NBA. And Luka Doncic is another one of those type of players. And as great as he is, I have to come out and say it, the NBA hasn't had a white superstar like Luka Doncic's magnitude since Larry Bird. And that is going to play a large factor. And he can ball, and he has a game. That's going to play a huge factor. We already seen it, right? We already seen it since he's came into the league. When he came into the league, like this season, people were saying that Luka Doncic is a top 5 player in the game. Luka Doncic is better than James Harden. He's better than he's better than some of these Stephen Curry. I'm just like, well, let's pump the brakes. Let's calm down. But I get it. I get the overhypeness. I get it. And a lot of this is going to come from people that love his game as well, but also is going to come from the media that's going to, push Luka Doncic and his appeal to the white audience, because the white audience hasn't really had a player of this caliber since Larry Bird. Now, people can go out and say that they had Dirk Nowitzki. Dirk Nowitzki was great, but Dirk Nowitzki was a big man as well. The marketability on Dirk Nowitzki is different compared to Luka Doncic, who's a guard/wing player. And Manu Ginobili, as great as he was, and Steve Nash, as great as he was, Steve Nash kind of came out of nowhere. Luka Doncic is here right now, a bucket, probably a top 10 player right now in the game. And that's not including with all the injuries and stuff. But I would consider him a top 10 player right now because he's playing on the court, actually. And to be honest, I can just see it. I really can see Luka Doncic becoming the second youngest MVP winner next year because he has everything. He's going to have the media hype. He's going to have the attention. He has the mass appeal from the white audience. And he also, most importantly, he has the game as well to back up all this stuff. So he plays by a different standard of rules compared to some of the other young players in the game because of his likability, because of him being, like I said, the second coming kind of Larry Bird. I was the first one to kind of say this before it came like the popular thing. And his game is not really, his game is similar to Larry Bird. It's also kind of different from Larry Bird as well. But to me, that's his player comparison because extremely gifted at scoring, extremely gifted at passing as well. I would say Larry Bird has a much more pure shot, smoothness when it comes to shooting the ball compared to Luka Doncic. Luka Doncic can grow into that role as well if we're just breaking things down. But that comparison, he's like a Larry Bird, but he also has a little LeBron appeal to him because he can read defenses and see over the defenders that are guarding him at times. But once again, I just feel that Luka Doncic next year is going to be the front runner for the MVP and probably going to go out and win the MVP. Now, to me, it's guys of his caliber that are around the same age that I can't even necessarily say that Luka Doncic is better than, like a Jason Tatum, like a Trae Young. But when it comes to the media attention and the media hypeness and his impact and signing with Jordan and being the first big white superstar in a long time, he's going to get pushed to the masses differently than guys like a Trae Young and guys like a Jason Tatum who are just as good as him, could be better than him. It depends on who you ask. But I don't have a problem with it. I'm just throwing it out there. I just want to be the first one to say it because I really feel that he could be the second youngest NBA MVP winner in the history of the game whenever the next season starts.